Oh, my days. All right, lads and lasses, how's it going? It's the Flying Pig here for the post-match reaction show then. For that absolute shithouse show of horror from Manchester United there that just took place at Wembley Stadium. We lost 3-1 to fat Frank Lampard's Chelsea. I mean, we've done them 3 times this season, but still, it's a bitter pill to swallow, man. I'm so disappointed with how we've gone about this game. We set up like a bunch of absolute schoolboy melters out there today. What the fuck's the matter with Ole Gunnar for this game? Sorry, you know I don't like criticising Ole Gunnar, but I'll give it when it's due. So negatively set up today. Poor tactics, I think, going into this game have cost us. I mean, never mind the bullshit errors. Let's just talk about the initial tactics starting off of this game. Absolutely freaking piss poor. Defensive, nothing going forward whatsoever. No chances created at all. Fred and Matic in the midfield doing nout. It was useless. There was no spark. There was no creativity whatsoever from United. And I think a lot of it, yeah, you can say it's down to fatigue. So what about all these other teams, though, that are playing all these other games? What they've got to deal with the same freaking issues too. Chelsea being one of them. They didn't turn up a bunch of fatigue players out there today, so what's the issue? Are we running our players ragged? Or is it just, oh, for fuck's sake, I'm smashing stuff up I don't even freaking mean to? That's how the mood I'm in right now, though. Garbage game of football, piss poor way we set up. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, come on, use your head, son. We've been playing fantastically, attacking great football since we come back from lockdown. But let's just revert back to bullshit last year tactics at the start of the season then. Is that what we're doing, is it? It makes no sense. We're in this free-flowing attacking vein of form. Fucking embrace it, Ollie. That's what I would say about that one. I would have liked to have seen, if you're going to get dumped out the cup, if you're going to rotate things a little bit, get dumped out the cup, you might as well get dumped out the cup in a little bit of freaking style, lads and lasses. In a little bit of style, rather than doing what we did, which is just rolling over and having our pants pulled down and saying, yeah, that's right, we've brought the lube, freaking have us. That's basically what happened with United tonight. I'm pissed off about it. But let's just get down to the main nitty-gritty moments of the game here. The only reason we have lost this game of football out there tonight against Chelsea is not because of Chelsea's superiority out there on the ball. It's not because of Lampard's tactics or the effectiveness of their play. No, it's down to that absolute Spanish freaking ghost in between the sticks, David De Gea. Not only is he pale as a ghost, but he also plays like a ghost as well. Because what the hell's the matter with his gloves? He's got the old Robin Williams freaking flubber hand on the go. He can't freaking save a ball to save his life at the moment. It's going through his bloody gloves. It's so annoying. It's frustrating to see such stupid, unbelievable bullshit errors from such a seasoned veteran of the game. 29 years of age. Manchester United's player of the season for about 5 seasons out of the last freaking decade, lads and lasses. Like, how the hell can he go from being such a top-quality goalkeeper to going to being Mr. Flubberhand? It makes no bloody sense on us. What's he been getting goalkeeping coaches from bloody David James or something? You know, has he been on the blower to Joe Hart for psychological advice? What's going on with him? He's supposed to be freaking good. That's what pisses me off about him. He is good. We've seen the greatness of him. Over the last decade, we've seen what a great player he is. But he's not producing anymore. Over the last 12 months, he's been one of the shitest players at United. I'm sorry. Yeah, there's been the odd fantastic game from him. You put any old melter out there, they're going to have the odd fantastic game in between the sticks. But in all honesty, he's gone from being like our Schmeichel or our Van der Sar or our hero in goal to being our version of a bloody B-Tech Laureus Karius. You know what I mean? Where we've got the whole team in front not feeling confident. We've got the whole team worried when the defender, when the defender's beaten. The last line of defence, the goalkeeper, is perhaps not going to come to your rescue. That is what is filling the team at the moment with a bit of fear, I think. And look, it's not all down to De Gea today. De Gea was absolutely trash, man. What the hell's the matter with that kid? Like, he's so annoying because we know he's quality. But then he's just not been doing it long enough. Drop the guy! Drop him now! I've had enough of it now. He's been doing it for too long. Drop him! Come on now, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. We love the baby-faced assassin around there. He's done some great things this season. But David De Gea is not at the races at the moment. I've liked him. I've rated him as a player over the years. The lad's finished in my eyes. You can't keep putting together so many piss-poor performances, making errors, giving away goals, giving away wins, giving away matches to opposition teams in big games like this. This is the FA Cup semi-final. You need your players to turn up with a big bunch of cojones, not do what De Gea did, which is melt with that floppy hand of his. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of seeing it, man. I'm sick of seeing it. You can only put up with mundane mediocrity for so long before you have to make a change. Surely there's no bloody way that David De Gea can start the next game. If Ole Gunnar Solskjaer dares do that, he's going to lose. He's going to go down a couple of notches for me. I'm telling you that much. Because De Gea doesn't deserve to be playing in this side right now. He's too error prone. That doesn't set a good precedent for the rest of the team. It doesn't fill the rest of the team with confidence. Those first 2 goals for United should have been stopped. They should have been stopped, the 2 that we conceded. Okay, the third one, it's more of a Harry Maguire melt job. The first one, Victor Lindelof's had a hand in a melt of it, 100%. But the actual stop should be made by our goalkeeper. He's got his hand to it on both occasions, just piss poor technique, piss poor goalkeeping. Really disappointed from him. And yes, he made a couple of good saves in the game. It doesn't freaking matter, lads and lasses. The damage had been done. The damage was done. De Gea's thrown that win away. He's thrown it down the shitter, lads and lasses, and set fire to it on the way, which he can't even do. But let's pretend he's got some waterproof freaking gasoline to smother the shit in. Because that's what it was like. I'm disappointed is all I can say with the performance, with how we've gone about it, with the individual errors in there. Not just him. What about the absolute bloody Swedish freaking IKEA flat pack furniture merchant? If he wasn't a professional footballer, that's what he'd be doing. Victor Lindelof. What about that? What about that guy? Yes, I'll have a couple of meatballs, please, Victor. Go back to your day job, because he's not up to the level of defending for United at the moment, no doubt about it. You can't make stupid errors like he does all the time. And he's actually looked all right coming back from lockdown, but what about before lockdown? I tell you, before lockdown, he was one of the most error-prone defenders I've seen in a while. It's so freaking annoying, man. We've gone from having Rio and Vidic to going to Jones and freaking Smalling, and now we've got the new bloody Jones and Smalling. We've got slabhead, Easter Island head Harry Maguire there. What's his deal? £80 million we played for this player. I would be surprised if somebody turned around and said, based on this season's form, he cost £18 million and we got him from fucking Dunfermline. I would be surprised that he was that shit even then. So I'm very disappointed with how Harry Maguire's gone about it so far this season. You know, I don't care about the stats heading it away and stuff like that. I care about actually stopping goals. I care about actually winning matches. And okay, we have been in a good form recently. He's lucky. He and Lindelof are lucky that some of the other games where they've made such bad defensive errors, even post-lockdown, we've had the attacking ability from the players to go up there and get the job done and score more goals than the opposition. But not today. Not today. Because every melter at the back was melting today. Aaron Wan-Bissaka even didn't look that great. Victor Lindelof, shite as they come. Harry Maguire, £80 million, slab of frickin' puke. That's what it is. And then over on the other side, Brandon Williams, 19 years of age. You know, he's had a shitter as well, to be perfectly honest. The backline's been done all throughout this game. And that is not good. That's not acceptable. The fact of the matter is this, people. If it wasn't for De Gea's 2 errors, and it wasn't for Maguire's error on the other goal, and Lindelof having a hand in the first one, United win that game 1-0. And you shouldn't be conceding goals like that at this level. You shouldn't be allowing matches to fall by the wayside. When you are Manchester United, you've spent hundreds of millions on these players. So look, what can I do? I mean, they're only human. They're going to make errors. They played a lot of games recently. I get it. Fatigue, yada, 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 all that good stuff. It's bullshit in my eyes. It comes down to quality. It comes down to consistency. It comes down to who is good enough, often enough, for Manchester United. And I don't think anymore that those guys, that we've got the back of the guys. That's just my opinion. I think David De Gea, get him off. Send him to Getafe or something. I would have said Barcelona or Real Madrid a couple of years ago, but I don't see them guys wanting him. He's too error prone. He's doing it on the grandest scale here, making errors weekly. Come on, who are they really going to want to come at? Maybe Atletico Madrid. Somebody might have him back. I don't know. But probably not. Probably it's going to be Villarreal or someone. But either way, I'm just saying, I think the dawn is setting on David De Gea's career at Manchester United now, because you can't keep making these errors. Not only that, we have Sergio Romero, who should have started the game today. And it's easy to say that afterwards when the errors have been made. But he's played in every single other FA Cup game this season. Why the hell did Ole Gunnar Solskjaer not give him the nod and say, do you know what, you're our cup goalie? That's what he should have done. That's what he should have done. And then Sergio, who, to be honest, when we've seen him, has been solid as an Argentinian rock. probably wouldn't put a foot wrong because he's eager to play. He's not getting many opportunities. And when he does, he comes in there and fills in and does a flawless job usually. I've never had an issue with Sergio Romero. In fact, the only issues I've had from a goalkeeping point of view for United for a long time, it's De Gea. It's De Gea. Look, it was hard to play Sergio Romero when you had De Gea, but it's not hard to play Sergio Romero when David De Gea is playing like his name's, I don't know, freaking Sergio Busquets in goal. Do you know what I mean? Rather than David De Gea, he's playing as, it just doesn't bode well for me. He's not giving the team the confidence. He needs dropping. Simple as that. David De Gea needs dropping. And I'm not saying this isn't a knee-jerk reaction after one game. No. This is a reaction after a repeated series of awful error-prone performances from David De Gea, And United are not in the position where we can accept that. We have to accept solidity. We have to accept quality. Now, if you look at some of the teams that have struggled over recent years, I think you can argue that it's because of the freaking goalkeeper. The goalkeeper is one of the most important positions in the team. You need a solid base. Everyone needs to have confidence in them. And they're the last line of defence. And they can win you matches. We know that because we've had David De Gea, one of the best goalkeepers in the world, for the last decade. You know what's unfortunately different, though? Don't know what it is. I don't know if David's not happy getting 300 grand a week to play like shite. I don't know if he's not happy living in England. I don't know if it's the team in front of him. I don't know if it's a change of scenery that's needed. I don't know if it's a psychological flaw that he's got. I don't know if it's a change in mentality. I don't know what it is, but something is wrong with our Spanish shot-stopper. Something is wrong with him. And we need to go back to the drawing board. He needs dropping. He needs to fight his way back into the team. And if he can't do that, then he needs to be sold. Simple as that, guys. You can't accept mediocrity at United for this long. That is why United is one of the greatest clubs in the land. It's not because, of our history and the fact that we've won things, because we don't accept mediocrity. It's because we're striving for greatness, because we're striving to win things. The only way you can do that is to sack off the shite. And unfortunately, we still have got a little bit of that at United. I'm sorry, I hate to just get into all the players, but if you look at some of the recent performances of our players, even during a really good spell of attacking football and good flow and play from us over the last few weeks, you have to say we've been looking amazing. So I'm not just saying this based on one game we got knocked out the FA Cup, no. But some of them haven't performed in that time. Some of them have made bad errors in that time. They've only been let off by the attacking prowess of the side. Like I say, Harry Maguire, Lindelof, they're not at it for me. I'm sorry. I don't want to say this. I wanted Slabby Maguire. I wanted Lindelof to be good enough for us. But I don't think they're ever going to be. Are they Rio and Vidic? Are they showing any signs of being as solid or as dependable or as quality and class as somebody like a Rio or Vidic? Well, that's what United needs. United don't need to accept mediocrity at this football club. United need to be striving for the best. And that is why I think in the summer, at the end of this season, United have to strongly look at, they need to strongly have a look at bringing somebody else in the centre-back position. And we've got Dean Henderson as well at Sheffield United to play in goal, man. So who's to say he couldn't come back? Who's to say we couldn't cut that loan deal? Get him back. Sergio Romero even should be started in the next game, in my opinion. Is it knee-jerk? No, it's not. It's been going on a long time. Solskjaer doesn't want to show a lack of confidence or faith in his goalkeeper either. He's given him chance after chance. That's why he selected him these games. But there comes a point when he has to say, do you know what, David, it's not working for you, mate. You need to have a break. You need to come back. You need to reassess. You need to fight your way back in, whatever it may be. Maybe it's burnout, psychological, who knows? Something needs to happen with David because he's not the same man that he was over a year or two ago. No way, no way. He used to be Mr. Dependable. He used to be the best goalkeeper in the world. He was making stop after stop after stop. Very rarely would make an uncharacteristic error. I mean, I think he's probably made more unforced errors in the last year than he did in his first season at Manchester United. And his first season, he was coming over as a bloody wiry, skinny 18, 19-year-old lad coming into the physical Premier League, and he was getting exploited a lot from crosses and things like that. And then he learned, he got physical, he bulked up a bit, he aged, he matured, and he started to become one of the best goalkeepers in the world. But just recently, it's like he's gone back to his teenage meltbag days. Oh, he's just a teenage meltbag, baby. Oh, my days. Anyway, there you go. I mean, that sort of sums it up for me. It's not necessarily, okay, the performance is jank from Manchester United, truly awful. The display from all of the players individually today was absolutely atrocious, and it wasn't a good display, and tactically Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's got it wrong from the off. We didn't show any adaptability throughout the game whatsoever either. We've had Eric Bailly come on, throwing himself around. What's he doing? Getting himself injured really badly. Hope he's okay. Again, just can't keep a foothold in the side, that guy. because he could actually be a really good defender for us. That's the annoying thing. But he cannot. He's just too reckless, man. He's a nutter. He's either injured, he's either suspended, he's thrown his body around. You know, it's mad. He needs to control himself a little bit. But he could be a really good defender. But we're left with Maguire and Lindelof making errors regularly, and it's no good. And this is a big game, and we've had our pants pulled down in this one. And yes, you want to look on the positive side of it. I get it. You know, it's just the Europa. Sorry, just the FA Cup. We still got the Europa. We're still in the hunt for top 4. Tottenham won 3-0 today, which is amazing. They smashed Leicester up, which means we're very likely to qualify for the Champions League now this season. Got West Ham come up, then Leicester. We're very likely to qualify for the Champions League this season, but not if we perform like that against West Ham. You know, and people were saying, well, we had a changed squad out. I mean, who did we have changed? We had Fred in instead of Pogba. We had James in instead of Greenwood. We had Williams in instead of Shaw, I guess. And then by you know, the back line is a different formation. So there's a bit of a change. But there wasn't that much personnel change. We still had Rashford playing. You know, we still had Bruno Fernandes playing, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Lindelof, Maguire. De Gea, still a strong team. So I'm not getting on that one. I just think it's a very poor performance, and United need to put it behind us now. But also, ultimately, look at the problem areas in the team that keeps happening. I don't have a problem with Martial up top. I think he's turned the corner. Now we've got the creativity in the side. He's scoring goals. Rashford has been brilliant this season for us so far. Looked amazing recently on the left-hand side. Awful today, but has looked amazing for us recently. There's just certain areas in the team, mostly the back line, where I think it's not up to the standard of Manchester United. If we want to be taken seriously, if we want to actually challenge for a title next year, or do anything like that, then we have to address the problem areas we got in the summer. Simple as that, my friends. What do you guys think about it? I'm going to get into my my post-match player ratings now. But please do us a favour, then we'll get into your comment section, everybody. Please do us a favour if you're tuning in. Smash that thumbs up button. Give this video a cheeky little like if you can. That'll definitely help us out. Every cloud has a silver lining and all that shite. So please do chuck a filthy little like on it. And also subscribe to the channel if you are new around here. But just to give you my player ratings for the team, I mean, let's just get into this. Just dissect these melts like a freaking frog in a biology lesson right now. David De Gea, what an absolute amphibian in the freaking goal there. You know, he's got like, I don't know, webbed fingers or something, slippery like a frog. Don't understand that. The ball's gone through him multiple times. He did make a couple of good saves, not enough to make up for the awful, awful performance that he made out there. The 2 errors, arguably 3, because on a good keeper on a good day would save that 3rd one also. But 2 of them definitely had a big hand in being, or not a big hand, a small hand. Take my strong hand, child. He had a freaking small hand in. And, a big hand in, I should say, actually, a bloody big foam hand. That's what he had in it, one of those floppy foam hands. That's what he actually had in it. So he gets a 1 out of 10 for me. I don't care if you make a couple of good saves. I know the goalkeeper's the last line of defence. The ball shouldn't necessarily be getting there in the first place. I get that. If your defence is doing a great job, your goalkeeper shouldn't have to be called on too much. And certainly for that Mason Mount goal, which De Gea had a nightmare with, the second goal, he should have been closed down by Maguire and Lindelof sooner. So I get it. But at the same time, the shot's a tepid one. A shot is a tepid one from Mason Mount. And De Gea, he's got the old foam hand on it. And it's flopped in there. Ridiculous goalkeeping, awful technique, terrible, schoolboy. The first one, oh my days, man, the Giroud flick, he's got to be getting something on that, doing better. He does get something on that. He's just completely judged it wrong, flapped at it, awful goalkeeping, man. He has cost us the game today. I don't care what anybody says. Yes, the performance was shit. Yes, the tactics were negative and defensive. Yes, Ole Gunnar's not set us up right. Yes, the players were tired. Yes, we didn't look at the races. Yes, a lot of the players didn't perform. But ultimately, De Gea's goalkeeping ability today has cost us. His performance has cost us. That's what's cost us. So there you go. Needs to be dropped. Moving on. Brandon Williams, look, he struggled. They targeted him in the first half. He got done a lot. He's 19 years of age, coming into the side. Luke Shaw's obviously a much better player right now, but Brandon's got a great future ahead of him. I thought Brandon, though he fought, he continued to the end of the game there. He showed a good resolve and good heart, but yeah, he had a bad game. 3 out of 10. Next to him, slabby freaking Maguire, the man with the giant cranium. You do not want to headbutt Harry Maguire, by the way. Eric Bailly's found out about that. It's like headbutting a massive diamond or something. It's ridiculously hard, and you're basically just going to get knocked out cold. And that's pretty much what happened. You know, Eric Bailly, you're always going to come off bad, worse. knocking into Harry Maguire, whoever you are. I don't care if you're, I don't care if you're Vinnie Jones. If you stick your nut on Harry Maguire, one of the edges on it or something is going to cause a bit of damage. You know what I mean? It's like I liken it to some of these modern cars. Like, I don't know, you drive a Ford Fiesta into an old 1950s Rolls Royce or something. I don't think the Fiesta's going to do too well. But maybe that's not the case. I don't know. But the point I'm making is Slabby Maguire, man. He tried to carry on with that Terry Butcher thing around his head. He scored an own goal. Ultimately, the third goal was really poor defended by Harry Maguire. I also thought the first goal, the ball in from Azpilicueta to Giroud, could have easily been dealt with by a defender who had a bit more pace. Lindelof's been done by Giroud, piss poor defended by him, but ultimately Maguire is in the position where if he just had an extra half a yard of pace, he would cut that ball out from Azpilicueta. It's as simple as that. He's too freaking slow, man. What is it? As they change places or something. Like Nemanja Matic used to be Frankenstein. He used to be the slow one. Now Nemanja's running his socks off going all around the gaff. Now Slabby Maguire's taken over that mantle. It's like we have to have some Frankenstein Pratt in the side at all times, letting everyone down, being so ridiculously slow. He used to be freaking Phil Jones or whatnot. Now it's Slabby Maguire. And I'm sick of it. I'm freaking sick of it. I would drop that twat. Now, that's not going to be a popular review, and we don't even necessarily have the players to step in. But I would actually bloody drop him. Based on the recent performances, our captain. But look, you might think that's a bit reactionary. It is a bit reactionary, but it's not just once. He's done it multiple times recently. This is United. This isn't freaking some bullshit mediocre mid-table team like Arsenal or freaking West Ham or some bullshit. We don't accept mediocrity. You can't put up with those level of mistakes regularly each week from freaking Slabby Maguire. He's just cost 80 million quid, this guy. Imagine paying that amount of money for a defender and then coming in and actually not being any good. It's unfathomable. Like, who could you get for that amount of money? I don't know. You could probably get bloody Roberto freaking Carlos Maldini for that sort of money. That's top money for a top defender. Top money. You spend top money on a defender, you want a top defender in return. And I'm sorry, I haven't seen enough evidence this season to suggest that he's going to be the new Rio or the new Vidic. I'm sorry. I haven't. I know people love him. I like him too. He's a nice guy. I like him. I like his slabby head. The point is, he's not up to the level at the minute, and he needs to work on it. He needs to sort it out. I'm not writing him off, but am I saying we need to change a personnel in defence? Somebody? Yes. Do we bring Twanzebe through? Is Eric Bailly able to not be a complete firecracker out there and go mad? Maybe, I don't know. Do we need to sign another top-quality centre-back in the next window? Probably. Freaking probably. Because we don't have the level calibre player required for United at the back. Slabby Maguire, Lindelof, no, mate. No, not having it. Not having it. They're doing it too often. They're making errors too often. They're shit, man. They're shit. and I hate to say that. I do. I'm not saying that just for fun. I don't. Okay, look, they're not shit, are they? They're decent. They're good. They're good. But are they anything more than a Leicester, like a Leicester City player? Or that's probably a bad example because they're up there this season. But you know what I mean? Is he a top-level player? Is he a Rio? Is he a Vidic? Is he going to be England's centre-back for the next decade? Is he? He may well be. He's in the plans. Oh, man, okay. Slabby Maguire, Lindelof, I've got to give Slabby Maguire, player ratings-wise, I've got to give him a freaking, oh my days. What does he get? He gets a 2 out of 10. Maguire gets a 2 out of 10. Lindelof gets a 2 out of 10. Sorry, that's how I feel about it. Wan-Bissaka gets a 3 out of 10. So we've got a 3 for Williams, a 2 for Lindelof, 2 for Maguire, 3 for Wan-Bissaka, and a 1 for De Gea. That is our player ratings for the back line. That's how shite they were today, everybody. Fred starting the game. Yeah, he made a couple of tackles. Did nothing. Paul Pogba replaced him. Paul Pogba came on. Did nothing. Very frustrating game. Fred, though, piss poor. Gets a 4 out of 10 from me. Matic gets a 5. He tried to do some good things. He was calm on the ball. He was one of the shining sparks in there, really, for me. But still, not that great. The rest of the side, Bruno Fernandes, our Portuguese Magnifico, coming into the team, been our catalyst this season, one of the best players that I've seen for United in a very long time, just in terms of impact. Didn't really have a great game today. He scored that penalty, but other than that, you know, he's really struggled. He's really not looked up to it. Is he tired? Is it fatigue? Well, all the other players don't seem to be struggling with so much fatigue, but he apparently is more, is more freaking, I don't know, what's the freaking word I'm looking for? You know what I'm saying? He's more likely to get it than some of these other professionals for other teams. I don't understand that, but either way, he has played a lot of minutes. He has been our driving force. He does work and run his socks off for the team. So I understand it, but he just wasn't at the races today. He gets a 4 out of 10 from me. Over on the left-hand side, Marcus Rashford, I think a candidate for one of our best players of the season this year. I think if you look at the running for who would be in that conversation, it would probably be Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Bruno Fernandes, even though he's only been here since Jan, and probably Marcus Rashford. You'd have to take those three the most seriously for candidates to be the player of the season for Manchester United, right? But he was shit tonight. He was absolutely shite tonight. He was. I didn't even see him on the pitch at all. Hardly throughout the 90, apart from one opportunity he had, taking it out the left and spraying the ball wide of Willy Caballero's goal. Very frustrated game from Marcus Rashford, understandably so. He's had a nightmare. What can you say? Just one to forget. One to forget. Didn't happen for him at all. Shoddy performance from him. 2 out of 10. Up the top of the pitch, and Dan James, oh my days, he's tried, he's worked hard, he's done a couple of decent things here and there, but another piss poor display from Dan James, 2 out of 10. 2 out of 10, lads and lasses, and that's basically the whole team, I think, the whole starting thing. Martial's done all right when he's come on. Look, the fact is, it was just an absolute dire bullshit team display. The tactics were a disgrace to begin with. The tactics were awful. At least go out with a bang, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. I'm disappointed in him today. I really, really am, because I thought he had a little bit more about him than that. I thought he had a little bit more cojones than that. Not just to go there and peter out of the cup in a very negative defensive fashion, bottling it out, 5-3-2 at the back, change of personnel, 3 big defenders at the back there, bottled it, didn't we? Not only that, he was hoping that it was going to be like a Man City fest yesterday, where the Arsenal versus Man City played, and obviously Arsenal sat back, really soaked up the defence and hit them on the counter, and it worked. He was hoping it was going to be that, but Chelsea were quick to that. They were very organised at the back. Not only that, they kept hold of the ball really well. When they did play it forward, they were working their chances nicely. They were playing good football. It wasn't just about, let's just try and spam the ball in. So I was quite impressed with how Lampard and Chelsea went about it, with their tactics and the way that their team played. I was not impressed with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's tactics and how we played. I have to be honest, it was a disgraceful display from United from start to finish. The first 25 minutes of the game, as bad a display from Man United as you'll see all season, in terms of attacking, in terms of having any intent, in terms of being in the game. As bad as it is. But look, we are getting to the latter end of the season. It is the FA Cup semi-final. It is a big game. We do have West Ham in the week, and I get that. But it doesn't make it any less disappointing, lads and lasses, to be dumped out of the FA Cup semi-final against frickin' Fat Frank's Chelsea, man, when we could have had Arsenal, the Gooners, basically a gimme game in the final for us to play and go and lift the trophy, man. Silverware would have been very nice this season. We're still in the Europa League course. But the FA Cup, man, when you're in this semi, my oh my, do you want to go on and win it? And we bottled it. It's a bottle job from United tonight. Absolutely bottled it. I do think Solskjaer maybe has got an eye on the game midweek, and he's basically sacrificed the FA Cup to a degree and tried something out, tried to play the way we did earlier in the season, but we haven't adapted. We haven't adapted throughout the game. We haven't adapted at all. Oh, what a shit game anyway. Hey, look, there's a whole bunch of you legends tuning in here. There's a whole bunch of you. Do us a favour if you're watching. Smash that thumbs up button. Give it a little like if you're tuning in. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on the game. Over 350 of you in here. Is that right? Legends. Thank you for getting in. Get involved in the live chat. I want to hear your thoughts and opinions on this absolutely gash-tastic game. So, Cindy Collector says, bottle tops. It's a bottle job, isn't it, from United start to finish on that one. Nigel Williams comments, Man United played like kippers. Mate, we got done up like a couple of kippers tonight, for sure. Chelsea done us up like a couple of kippers. Narf J says, I don't see Liverpool winning in another 30 years. First Class Gamer says, 350 watching. That is sensational, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Ruthless Sausage with the thumbs up. Great to see you, lad. Aniket Mohan says, I have nothing to say. Abdi Leeback says, Ollie exposed. Well, look, I'm surprised with Ollie today. I am. Because, like I said, go out of a bit of passion, go out of a bit of verve. But he's clearly set the team up to be very bloody LVG Mourinho-esque. very defensive, very negative. It was actually like watching an LVG-style game where he set them up to be very slow, very sort of destructive, but just nothing really going forward. No real intent up top there. No speed of play or intent from United at all. And it was just like, okay, we're just letting Chelsea have it. When they come into our final third, we'll challenge them, then we'll try and spam it up the pitch. But there was nobody there to give it to. It just didn't work. Yeah, 350 depressed people, says Cindy. Absolutely, yeah, well, hey, look, sharing the pain, lads and lasses. If you could actually give it a share on social media, this video, that would help us out. And like I say, chuck a thumbs up on it, get involved, share the pain in the comments. I want to hear from you. How do you think United performed? What do you think our chances are of getting some silverware this season? We are still in Europa, and do you think we got what it takes to get the top four? Wackass Apram says, top four is a must. I would prefer that than the FA Cup. Great call, Wackass. I mean, I agree. Top four, if we get top four and no trophies, I'll be happy as Larry with that in Ole Gunnar's first full season in charge. I'll be happy as a pig in shite. To be perfectly honest, of course I would be. But still, when you get there in this situation, it's not necessarily even the defeat. I can take a defeat. I can take getting dumped out of the cup. I can. We've seen it many a time. And what I cannot take is the lack of desire and the lack of just commitment to attack, to try and win the game. The manner in which we have been defeated tonight is the problem for me. And I'm very disappointed with Ollie. I'm very, very disappointed with the players. I thought we were better than that. I did. After what we've seen recently, I thought we were a lot better than that. And it's just turned out that maybe we're a little bit further away than we thought. Nice one. Zach Imran says, read my comment. Ollie can't handle the press. I mean, I don't know. I mean, he's handled the press reasonably well. I haven't seen what's been said after the game, to be fair. I've just come on straight on here, but what's he said? Raj Taj Mahood comments, unfortunately, with De Gea in between the sticks, United will not win anything. And this is the thing. Goalkeeper's so important. If you don't have the right man in there, you're inviting problems. You're inviting a negativity. You're inviting a lack of confidence in your team in front of them. And that's awful. You can't have that. Look at that with Liverpool. I said that during the live stream. Remember Liverpool in the Champions League final? The only real reason they lost that is because of Loris Karius doing a couple of double daymares, making two disgraceful mistakes in the Champions League final. That's the only reason they freaking lost that one. Of course, they gone on to win it the next year with a proper keeper then. Okay, so that's the difference then. That was the difference for Liverpool. That's the difference between being champions and being runners-up. That is the difference, having the extra quality in a key position like the goalkeeper position. And I love De Gea. I freaking love him. He's my player of the decade, honestly. He's the player of the decade for me, certainly post-Fergie. I know he came in when Fergie was still there. Certainly post-Fergie, he's my player of that time. He is. He's made the most impact in that time. But he's gone. He's gone. Something's happened. He's rotted away. Something's festered up in his mind and he's psychologically gone. I don't know what it is. He just seems incapable of putting in a real good display out there now. He's just making errors all the time. And you can't have that. You can't have that from a top keeper at United. They've got to be solid. Look at United's old keepers. How many goalkeepers did we go through after Peter Schmeichel before we got to Edwin van der Sar? And there was a lot of mediocre shite in there where we're trying to plug the hole. And we realised, you know what? They're not up to the standard. Roy Carroll, freaking whoever, Massimo Taibbi, freaking, there's loads of them. Bartes, even Bartes. We took well, not really a gamble, but we bought a big name like Bartes. Bartes, too error prone. For United, cost us too many games. Can't be doing it. So, you need to change. We need a change. We need to play Romero or even give Dean Henderson a nod next season. That's what I say. Because I just think David De Gea, although he's had an amazing career at United, although he's one of the best players that we've seen in between the sticks since Edwin van der Sar, it's not, no, it's not good enough from him. He's error prone. Get him out the team may flourish. If Sergio Romero's barely put a foot wrong, lads and lasses, whenever we've seen him, he's come in, he's done a solid job, and the team's performed well whenever Sergio Romero's in there. Maybe it's time for a bit of Sergio Romero action at Manchester United now. What do you guys think? Am I way out of line here? Do you think we should keep with one of our best players of the last decade? Or do you think the time has come we need to make a change? Let me know. Jonathan Gallagher says Piggy's disgusted. I feel you, Jonathan. It's a disgraceful one. Nice Context comments, Romero should play. Nice one, nice contacts. Yeah, I feel you, my friend. I do think Sergio Romero should be playing the next games for the rest of the season. I would. You can't reward mediocrity. You can't reward errors. I'd also put Twanzebe or whoever I could get in instead of bloody Slabby and Lindelof as well. Travis DeLilly says drop him for Shaw. Yeah, nice one. He means drop him for Shaw, not drop him for Luke Shaw. Although that would probably be better. Luke Shaw in between the sticks. Raymond Moore says Romero rarely does silly mistakes. Very true. I think I've seen him do one mistake in the whole time that he's played for us. And to be fair, that's only about 20 games or something. But, you know, he's solid. He is solid. Thank you, Mrs. P says 139 likes. Make it 150. Thank you, love. Yeah, if you're watching, smash that thumbs up button before you go. That would be legendary. I'm going to read a bunch more comments out. Then I need to go and freaking chill the fook out because this game has wound me right up. Matthias Emmanuel, channel member legend, says, I love De Gea, but it's time for change. I feel you, Matthias Emmanuel, mate. It's time for a big change at Manchester United. Sick of what we've seen this season with the same error-prone faces making the errors. It's been Lindelof. It's been Maguire. It's been De Gea. Those are the three main culprits. Wan-Bissaka's been solid for most of the season. You can allow an occasional slip-up. Every player's going to do that. Even the mighty Roy Keane had the shite game here and there. It happens. Every footballer will. Every striker will miss a sitter, an open goal at some point. Every defender will commit some sort of howler at some point. Every goalkeeper will fumble and make a big error and concede a goal. Every single one. But the best ones, the champions, the best players, they're the ones that make the errors a lot less. They're the ones that judge and read the game better than the average player. That's what separates class from nearly class. You know, that is the difference. That's what makes a champion, is that little bit. It's about levels. And I'm sorry, but these players are far cry away from Rio and Vidic and Schmeichel. They're a far freaking cry, or Edwin, or whoever you want to compare. The Eastern Farm says, how about Oblak? Yeah, Oblak, you know, good keeper. Maybe we could have a look at it. That's what I mean. If David De Gea is going in a different direction in the summer, which I'm thinking might actually look quite likely now, then maybe we should have a look at signing another player. But Romero's a good keeper. Romero's a good keeper whenever we've seen him. I wouldn't feel bad giving Romero the nod. I really wouldn't. Michael Collins says, Romero always plays against crap teams. No way he starts our biggest game of the season against West Ham for me. Well, okay, I see what you're saying there. It makes a lot of sense, but why the hell not? It's not exactly like West Ham are actually a class team. They don't even have anything to play for anymore either. They're safe. So, you know, I think we should smash them up. I think we should be smashing them up. And I think Romero, all that does is it maybe fills the players in front of him with a bit more confidence than sticking with De Gea, who's in an error-prone state of mind, who's in an error-prone run of form. And if you give him another opportunity, if somebody tests him with a 30-yard zinger, maybe De Gea's just going to melt it because psychologically there's too much pressure on him. And that is the problem, you know. Pressure's a mother chuffer. When you don't have any pressure on you, you can go out there and perform. Pressure is a mofo, it really is. And the best players are the players that can perform under pressure. And I think De Gea's under a lot of pressure right now to perform, and he's not quite living up to that pressure. And the longer this goes on, the more errors he makes, the more pressure mounts. And unfortunately, I just don't think he's very good at dealing with that pressure at the minute. And he should be dropped, because look, if somebody tests him and he makes an error in the game, crikey. Imagine that. Imagine a David De Gea error at the start of that game midweek against West Ham. Just imagine that. What's that going to do to the team? I don't know. I would go for Romero. I'm really not about ditching players immediately. I like to give him a chance, you know. I didn't write Jesse Lingard off until I saw him perform ultimately awfully 30 games in a row. I didn't write him off until then. I didn't write, you know, whoever, you know, lots of players have played for United over the years. I've given them all chances. Phil Jones, you know, whoever it may be. But there comes a point when you cannot accept that level of mediocrity. And do you know what? I'm going to make a bold statement for you lads and lasses now. And this is genuinely how I feel. This isn't me saying it for effect. This is genuinely how I feel. Chris Smalling would be better for Manchester United than Lindelof and Maguire right now. That's how I feel. I think if you look in the past, Smalling's defended well for United for a number of seasons. He's had some errors here and there. He's not up to the level either. But I'm just saying, he would just be as good as this £80 million slab that we bought in and this Swedish furniture maker. That's what I'm saying. So, you can disagree with you if you want, but I just think Smalling's on the level. Smalling's on a similar sort of level to that. Thank you, Mrs. P. Thank you, Sanjar Hussein. Says, what are your thoughts on Maguire? I don't think we need to get a new defender like Skriniar or Koulibaly and bring Smalling back. There's no way we can challenge with this defence. Mate, I agree we need to make a change. We need to get some new personnel in because these guys are just as error prone as the ones that they were replacing before. You got Maguire in, you got Lindelof in, Bailly. These players are so you don't have to play Phil Jones and Smalling. That's why we signed them. But the difference is there's not really much difference. Ryan says, would take him, to be honest. Chris Smalldong says, Tento says, it's a bold statement, my friend. But yeah, like Matthias Emmanuel says, Smalling's not that bad. I actually think he's decent. And he would do just as good a job this season as Lindelof or Maguire. Now, will Maguire and Lindelof get better in the future? I hope so. But that's what I'm saying. Thank you, First Class Gamer. You're a top lad. Devil of Red says, you know it, yeah. Hannah Ahmed says, I can't believe just an average defender is our captain. It's a bit of a disgrace, isn't it? I think we should be making Bruno Fernandes captain very, very soon. Make Bruno the captain. Give him the captaincy. Hey, I want to give a couple of shout-outs here to a couple of PayPalers you've got in here with some comments. Ryan Burberspin, thank you very much, sends one in with a thumbs up. Thank you, Ryan Burberspin, legend. Really appreciate that, my friend. Cheers, Duda. And also Gungshi, Mr. Hugh over in Taiwan, says, well, that was gash-tastic. Bad defence, especially De Gea, cost us. But I don't like the way Ollie set us up, as well as some of the team selection. Please, Ollie, don't revert to goblinry. It was goblinry of the highest order, Gungshi. It was goblinry right out of the Louis van Gaal Dutch Goblin book hand. It was goblinry right out of the frickin' David Moyes school book. Playbook. I'm sickened by it, my friends. The Ginger Goblin rides again. And I tell you what, if that Ginger Goblin Moyes throws a spanner in the works on Wednesday, crikey, I don't know what's going to happen. We're going to lose our shite, aren't we? We've got to put this game behind us and win that game against West Ham. We'll take that all day. Knocked out the FA Cup semis? Yeah, okay then. Fair enough. Defensive errors. Lindelof and Maguire. And De Gea. Defensive errors. Cost you. Okay. But we've got to smash up West Ham. Michael Rosen says, hey, Pig, what do you rate Mount's performance out of 10? You know, Mason Mount, he's a good player, man. I thought he's performed very, very well out there. You know, the goal was fortunate for him because David De Gea should have saved it. But yeah, I'll give him a 7 out of 10. I thought he was very good. I must admit, I wasn't focused on him 100%. I thought Giroud's had a good game for Chelsea again. You know, I was impressed with James as well. James for them, not our Daniel James. He was shy, but their player James. Thought he looked very good out there. Yeah, I was quite impressed with Chelsea, I must say. I thought they were much better than United. They set up much better than United. They were prepared to attack. They were prepared to go forward and have that intent. And they just deserved it more than United. There you go. Any Chelsea fans watching, fair enough. Chelsea deserved it tonight. Lamps got the better of Solskjaer this one occasion. The other 3 times this season, we've done it. But fact is, Chelsea have a chance at silverware now. They've got a chance at top 4 and silverware, which is what we had a chance at. So let's not be happy about this. Let's not be happy about giving Chelsea an opportunity to win the trophy and get top 4 themselves. We should have been doing that. So that's why I'm so disappointed. Anybody thinks I'm overreacting? I'm not. This is the FA Cup semi-final. We should have been taking it a bit more seriously. Ollie should have set us up more seriously. Shout out Ithembu Wanesmas. Chal comments, I'm from Doncaster. I'd rather watch Donny Rovers on furlough. De Gea proved he is overrated. Average performance and bad tactics. Mike Dean also defies the word tool. Oh my days, thank you, Chal, for bringing in, or Chal, for bringing up that point about Mike Dean. And you're right as well, like we were Donny Rovers standard. Sorry about that, mate. But in all honesty, shocking from Mike Dean. What piss poor referee, and how many chances, how many kicks, how many fouls did that man let go without putting anything back, without punishing Chelsea? Just let them keep doing it. Kicking 7 stages shit out of us for the whole game. Thank you, Farn141. Kieran Waters today again showed how poor our squad depth is. Agreed, we need to do more about it, though. We need to get some better players in there. I fully agree. The depth isn't there. Our starting 11, best starting 11, all 100% fit, might be really good. But the rest of the side, yeah, any issues, any rotation, we seem to go to shite. Eugene McGeever, shout out to you. Right then, guys, I'm going to wrap this video up. Steve Johnson with a super chat here says, just like Liverpool, strengthen defence and keeper. Exactly. Liverpool were only a couple of players away, weren't they? They did that. They got Van Dijk. They got their goalkeeper Alisson. They made the changes, improvements. All of a sudden, overnight, the team's complete. I feel like we're in that position now with our centre-back, maybe with a CM, and our goalkeeper. I feel like we're in that position, and a right mid. We need a proper right mid, because I think Dan James, not up to it. Greenwood's young, great, can play all over the front three, but, you know, we need a specialist in that position, which we're lacking, my friends. Shinavak and Sabawal comments, team selection could have been better, mate. Definitely. Piss poor selection from Ollie today. Didn't get it. Disappointed. Disappointed. Okay then, guys, I'm going to wrap this one up. Leave them wanting more. That's always what they say. And we've been going for 45 minutes and I'm stressed to fuck. So I'm going to go chill out now. Going to definitely have a good old chill, if you know what I'm saying. And just relax a little bit and try and zone out, because this has just pissed me right off. We've got to put it behind us, focus on that game against West Ham in the midweek. But yeah, what can you say? Solskjaer got it wrong. Lamps got it right. Chelsea much better. United not at the races. They didn't turn up and we're dumped out the FA Cup. Gashtastic, my friends. Do us a favour before you go. Smash that thumbs up button. Give it a cheeky little like if you can. That helps us out tremendously. Also, subscribe if you're new to this channel. Hit that subscribe button for more United content, reactions, watch-alongs, news, all that good stuff. Check out the website, flyandpigunited.com, as well for post-match reaction and stuff like that. flyandpigunited.com. Follow me on social media at Mr. FlyandPigHD or Flying Pig United on Facebook. The links are all in the description anyway, guys. And that's about it from me, guys. I'm going to leave it there. I feel like I've got my point across. I don't want us to go on too long. I feel like it's been a bloody absolute nightmare evening as it is. I just need to relax. So I'm going to go do that. I hope you all relax. Try and put it behind us. Have a great evening, everyone. Thank you for watching. Thank you for getting in it. Come back after this is finished. There's hundreds of you still watching. And I know I can't respond to everybody in the live chat. I would love to. So if you commented and I didn't respond to you, I'm not trying to mug you off. I just haven't seen it, or I've responded to somebody else or whatever. So come back here in a few minutes and get your thoughts in the not live comment section once this video is finished. Comment afterwards. Let me know your thoughts on the performance, on anything we've discussed in this video. What you think. Should David De Gea be dropped? Should we give somebody else the chance? I think so. But you guys let me know what you think in the not live comments after. Like, subscribe, comment, folks. Thanks for watching. Have a great evening. This is the Pig. Shite bit of play by United. Shite selection from Ollie. Ultimately has cost us. But the main reason we've lost is that absolute Spanish melter, David De Gea, man. You know, I think he's confused himself. I think he thinks he's a matador. I think he's woken up and he's like, yes, I'm from Spain and I'm a matador. And we're just going to, when the ball comes, I'm going to get out the way of it. That's what I think he's done. Right, anyway, guys, I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching. Oh, my days. 3-1 to Chelsea. See you later. This is the big... Come on, United, for fuck's sake. Oh, okay then, guys. Thank you so much. Stressful evening, man. Real stressful evening. I'm not going to lie. Like, very stressful performance from United just from the off. Very disappointing. Thank you so much to everybody that's got in here, though. Alfred, I want to give you a shout out at the end. Alfred Mandarahi, Mikey Smith, Jonathan Gallagher, Dean White, Martin Coronel, Raymond Moore, JP, Mikhail Kramer, Griffo Chaz, Gungshi, Andrew Chambers, Steve Mellor, Devil of Red, Andrew Zito, and all these names that are currently going down the list. I want to say thank you for being a patron of the channel and also supporting the show by being a channel member on YouTube. Tier 2 channel members also appear on this list. So it's just the post credits to say thank you to these names, these legends that you currently see and go down the screen. Thanks, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Joseph Bishop as well. Shout out to you, my friend. Come back and comment in a minute. Matt Rush says, forget it, Pig. We move on to West Ham. There you go, Matt Rush. Got to put this absolute monstrosity behind us. Narf J. Shout out to Narf J. Antonio Zito, Mrs. P. Jonathan Gallagher, Matty the Rushmeister, JP, Mrs. P. Devil of a Red. That's it from me now, guys. You stay classy. Have a great evening. What